Now, indeed, it's my pleasure to introduce Rabbi Amy Feder. Amy's the senior rabbi of Temple Israel. She has held that post since 2009. At that time, she became the youngest woman in history to become a senior rabbi of a large Reform congregation. Amy?
So I'll tell you the story.
Oh, good.
So I came home from college one weekend, and I called Rabbi Talvi, and I said, Rabbi Talvi, I have a really big thing to tell you. I've decided that I want to become a cantor. And she looked at me kind of funny, and she said, you could be a cantor, but have you ever thought about becoming a female rabbi, a singing rabbi? and I never really had before, so thank you for that. But I have to say, too, also thank you to Rabbi Talvi and all of the female rabbis who came before. The year that I was ordained was the same year that Sally Presian, who was the first female rabbi, retired. So my classmates and I really looked at ourselves as the second generation of female rabbis. And the truth is that it was not so hard for us because of all of the women who came before. Because of all of them, our path was relatively easy. I will say that, sorry, this is making a little bit of noise. When I had the opportunity, which I am so proud of still, of becoming the first young female rabbi to lead a large congregation, what I said to people at the time and what I still say today is that honestly I would not have done it if it was not at Temple Israel. Because Temple Israel, besides being the congregation in which I grew up, has also been so incredibly supportive to me every step of the way. And they were really the ones who made it possible for me to be a young married mother and female rabbi all at the same time. They were the ones who said, well, why shouldn't someone who's 31 and a woman be able to be the head of this congregation? And they said, why shouldn't she be able to lead this congregation alongside her husband, who's a rabbi, who, by the way, I also met first day in Israel. And they also said, why shouldn't they be able to raise young children in this congregation? And those of you who have taken classes or been to services at TI know that I have led many a service and taught many a class with a baby strapped to my back and a guitar strapped to my front, and never had anyone said anything except, it's kind of awesome that you're able to do this. The one thing that I was always worried about in becoming a rabbi was that I wouldn't be able to live up to all of these dreams that I had had as a woman too, because I went to HUC straight after college, and I worry that all of the things that I wanted in my life, finding a partner and being able to raise children and have Shabbat dinners at home, I worried that if I became a rabbi, I wouldn't be able to do those things. And in the end, it turns out that I can. I can't do the Shabbat dinner part because it turns out I'm a terrible cook, which I didn't realize. But I've been able to find that partner and to, even though I work at it, to be, I think, a good wife and to be a good mom and to be there for my parents and my sister and my grandparents who are in the congregation. And so I'm very proud to be able to say that being a woman, I think, has enhanced my rabbinate, but never once has it stood in my way. And I look at this job as being the best thing that could have ever happened to me. And I think every single day, really every single day, there's a moment in my day where I think, in being able to do this job, I have actually made someone's life a little bit better today. I've been able to give them some sort of meaning that maybe they would not have had if they hadn't been in my office or been in a space where I was. And that is just the most incredible gift and allows me to do this work, which is very hard. It is very hard, but it is so incredibly rewarding. And it's such a gift that the women who came before me have been able to give to me, and it's one for which I will be eternally grateful.